Hello everyone, welcome to IPM IAS Academy's daily news highlights. Today is 30th August 2024. Let's see what are the important news for today's discussion. And before that, we have an announcement for you, and that is regarding the PCM course 2025 and 2026. So if you are somebody who would like to write the 2025 examination and also 2026 examination, can actually register for the programs in IPM IAS application. So that is a prelims cum mains program 2025 and prelims cum mains program 2026. So how do you start this? Okay, you can actually go and attend a scholarship test. The scholarship test link is actually there in the description. So if you are getting really good marks in the scholarship test, you will get the course at a highly affordable price. Don't miss this opportunity and register for the scholarship test. DGCA places SpiceJet under strict watch over poor financial health. So the Directorate General of Civil Aviation has placed SpiceJet under strict surveillance due to its poor financial health, conducting increased spot checks and night surveillance to ensure flight safety remains uncompromised. Okay, so basically from this particular article, what we need to understand is regarding what is DGCA. What is the function of DGCA and why they are actually imposing certain restrictions on SpiceJet. So here they are already mentioning that SpiceJet faced operational disruptions at Dubai airport, where delayed payments led to the flight cancellations and empty aircraft being flown back to India. So based on this particular article, you have to have an idea about what is the function of Directorate General of Civil Aviation, DGCA. What are the functions? So this particular article is coming in page number 1, General Studies 2, Indian Polity. Now coming to the next article, that is Pakistan invites Modi to attend the SCO meet in Islamabad. So Pakistan has invited Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO Heads of Government meeting in Islamabad on October 15-16, 2024. So what is the function of SCO, or where they are actually focusing? Their focus is more on financial, economic, socio-cultural and humanitarian cooperation, with several ministerial and senior officials meetings preceding the main event. Okay, so basically from this article, what we need to understand is the relation between India and Pakistan, because we are actually getting this invitation from Pakistan. That is one thing. So what is our relation? What is our current relation between India and Pakistan? The second thing is about the SCO. What is Shanghai Cooperation Organization? What are the functions of it? Okay, what are the features of this particular organization? Who are the major members of this organization? Where is it located? All these points you have to have an idea. So is it a regional grouping? Or if it is a regional grouping, how it is actually impacting the international system? These points you need to have an idea. So this particular article is coming in page number 4, General Studies 2, International Relations. India-China hold 31st WMCC meeting to iron out issues. Okay, so here the main aspect is regarding the India and China held their 31st WMCC meeting. So what do you mean by this WMCC meeting? That is Working Mechanism for Consultation and Coordination on India-China Border Affairs, that is WMCC. Okay, Working Mechanism for Consultation and Coordination on India-China Border. So their meeting is actually held in Beijing to discuss the situation along the LAC, Line of Actual Control, LAC. Both sides engaged in constructive talks to narrow differences and agreed to intensify contact through diplomatic and military channels for resolution. So very important article, because it actually highlights the relation between India and China. So we know that there are certain conflicts going on, there are certain differences going on between both the countries, and mainly it is connected with the LAC, that is Line of Actual Control. So there is something else known as LOC. So what is the difference between LAC and LOC? You have to have an idea. Now, what are the important features or the objectives of WMCC? Okay, you need to have an idea. Then the relation between India and China, what is the current position? Okay, the current engagements between both the countries, you have to have an idea. Okay, so this is mainly related to the bilateral aspects between India and China. So this particular article is coming in page number 4, General Studies 2, International Relations. NSA Ajit Doal arrives in Colombo on 2-day visit. So NSA, that is National Security Advisor, Our national security advisor is Ajit Doal, and he arrived in Colombo to follow up on the Colombo Security Conclave initiative and meet political leaders ahead of Sri Lanka's presidential elections on September 21st. During his visit, Doal will review the CSC, that is the Colombo Security Conclave deliberations, a regional security initiative that now includes India, Sri Lanka, the Maldives, Mauritius, Bangladesh and Seychelles as an observer. Okay, so based on this article, you have to have an idea about the what is the function of NSA, that is National Security Agency, National Security Advisor. You have to have an idea. Then you should also have an idea about the current relation between India and Sri Lanka, and what is this Colombo Security Conclave, who are the members of this Colombo Security Conclave, and what are the major focus of this particular conclave. You need to have an idea. Okay, so these are all important points. Why? Because Sri Lanka is our neighboring country, so we need to have a very cordial relation between Sri Lanka, and without compromising our security. Okay, without compromising our security. So all these points you have to have an idea. And they also mention about the upcoming elections, that the presidential elections going to be held in Sri Lanka. So you have to have an idea about the updates regarding the presidential elections also. So these are the important points you need to understand from this article. So this particular article is coming in page number 4, General Studies 2, International Relations, and it is an important part of internal security. She-Box portal launched for women. So what is it? The Union Ministry of Women and Child Development launched She-Box, a central portal for registering and tracking workplace sexual harassment complaints covering both government and private sectors, which is the need of the hour. Why? Because we are having complaints, we are having allegations, we are having lot of criminal activities actually surround this particular issue, that is the workplace sexual harassment. So this problem needs to be resolved. We need to have a solution for this. So that is the reason why the Ministry of Women and Child Development is actually coming up with this initiative, She-Box. So what you have to have an idea about what is this She-Box and what are the features of it. And it provides a unified platform ensuring time-bound complaint processing and assured redressal, enhancing workplace safety for women. So the main objective is the workplace safety and time-bound complaint processing. Okay, it acts as a repository of internal and local committees. Okay, so please have an idea about this particular area and understand more about the She-Box initiative. So this particular article is coming in page number 4, General Studies 2 and Indian Polity, and it is also an important part of the women in India. Submarine Arihant set to add ballast to nuclear triad. Okay, so what is this all about? This is an important news which is coming under the internal security area. India's second nuclear powered ballistic missile submarine, INS Arihant. Okay, very important. It's a nuclear powered ballistic missile submarine. Okay, it was commissioned at Visakhapatnam, enhancing the nation's nuclear triad and deterrence capabilities. It features significant indigenous technological advancements over its predecessor, INS Arihant, commissioned in 2016. So this is the second one, that is INS Arihant. So the earlier one was INS Arihant, that is in 2016. Okay, INS Arihant with a displacement of 6,000 tons and powered by 83 megawatt reactor retains similar dimensions as INS Arihant but includes several upgrades. So it's actually an updated one. The first one was in 2016, and now with this one we are having more updation into this particular ballistic missile submarine. These advancements were deployed and integrated by Indian scientists, industry and naval personnel. So very important to understand this, because it's a crucial part of our internal security, okay, our national security, etc. So based on this particular article, you need to have an idea about what is this INS Arihant. So what are its features? That is one thing, and you should also understand about what was INS Arihant and what was the need of a new one, okay, an updated one. You have to have an idea. Okay, here they also mention about an important word, that is the deterrence, nuclear deterrence. So which is a concept coming under security as well as in international relations. What do you mean by nuclear deterrence? It's all about the nuclear power structure that is there in the world. Okay, we know that there are certain countries which actually possess nuclear weapons, and there are certain countries which are not able to possess nuclear weapons, or they were not able to make or build a nuclear power for themselves. and there are certain international laws prevailing in the world to counter the proliferation of the nuclear weapons also. So based on this article, you have to have an idea about the nuclear weapons in our country, and especially our two important nuclear powered ballistic missile submarines, that is INS Arikhat and INS Arihant. Okay, so this particular article is coming in page number 6, General Studies 3 and Internal Security. Connecting the dots in the Kiev visit. So here the article mainly highlights our Prime Minister's visit to Kiev. Okay, so it's a balancing act where Prime Minister Modi visited to Kiev is seen as a strategic move to position India as a neutral mediator in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, reinforcing its image as a responsible global actor committed to peace. We have actually mentioned it in various places that our objective is to maintain and establish peace and security in the region. Okay, we are not for war. We are not for war. We are not there for supporting war. So that is the same thing we discussed with these nations also. So India's foreign policy, rooted in non-alignment and strategic autonomy, has consistently sought to balance global powers, avoiding taking sides in the Russia-Ukraine conflict while advocating for peaceful negotiations. So we know that if you go back to our history also, India was following a non-aligned policy when the power politics was going on, when two important powers were actually controlling the whole world, the one under the leadership of USSR and one under the leadership of USA. India was following a path which is non-alignment. Okay, so that same kind of policy we are also continuing now, and we have taken the same stand in the Russia-Ukraine war also. So India's potential role as a mediator is bolstered by its unique position as a trusted partner of both Russia and the West, allowing it to facilitate temporary ceasefires or limited peace agreements that align with global interests. So one of the greatest advantage India as a country is having in the international sphere is India is more closer to Russia. India is very much closer to the Western countries also. So these are rivals. The Russia and the Western countries are rivals, but India is having a very cordial relations with both these sections. So we can play a major role in establishing peace and security in the region. So based on this article, you have to have an idea about the our Prime Minister's visit to Kiev, what were the major decisions we have actually taken, and what is the current scenario regarding Russia-Ukraine war, and what is the stand taken by Western countries in this particular aspect also. And here they mention about the non-alignment movement. So please go back to history and understand about what was non-alignment, especially during the time of Cold War. So this particular article is coming in page number 8, General Studies 2, and it's a part of international relations. Moving the spotlight to grassroots democracy. The State Election Commission, established by Articles 243K and 243ZA of the Constitution, face systemic disempowerment, hindering their ability to conduct timely and fair elections to panchayats and urban local governments. Okay, so here this article is mainly highlighting the role of the State Election Commission and the grassroots level democracy. Okay, so what are the empowerment challenges we have here? The state election commissions often struggle against the state government interference, leading to delayed elections, weakened local governance, and diminished citizen trust in democratic institutions. So in this area, when we are actually going through these challenges, what are the reforms we can actually introduce? Strengthening the state election commissions includes aligning them with the Election Commission of India in transparency and independence, mandating regular ward delimitation, and ensuring timely local government elections. So these are the important the reforms we can actually bring in this challenging situation. And why we need to have such kinds of reforms? The first one is to conduct free and fair regular elections in the grassroots level, because we in India we are actually following a decentralized form of democracy, especially focusing on the grassroots level democratic process, in which local self-governments play an inevitable role, especially the panchayats and the municipalities. So based on this article, please try to understand more about the State Election Commission, the grassroots level democracy in our country, and also the local self-government, that is especially the functions and the features of the panchayats and municipalities, and how we are actually holding elections in these areas. Please try to have an idea. So this particular article is coming in page number 8, General Studies 2, Indian Polity. Social media images reveal Sudan War Crimes, HRW. So the Human Rights Watch accused both sides in Sudan's conflict of committing war crimes, including summary executions, torture, and mutilation of bodies based on social media evidences. So basically this particular article highlights or addressing the issues that is going on in Sudan. Okay, the war crimes that are actually happening in Sudan. So the major point is what is happening in Sudan. You need to have an idea. Okay, what was the major problems happened in Sudan? Now, what is Human Rights Watch? What is this organization? What are the functions of this organization? So please do have an idea about this also. So this particular article is coming in page number 15, General Studies 2, International Relations. So these are some of the important articles which we need to discuss in today's newspaper. Apart from this, please do go through the international section, the world section of the Hindu newspaper. There are certain interesting news, and you will get some updates regarding the ongoing problems going on in the international arena also. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was helpful, please do share it with your friends and ask them to subscribe so that they will also continue to get updates regarding civil services examination and current affairs. Thank you.